First of all, good afternoon to one and all present here. A warm welcome to all the participants. So let's have this session as an interactive session because let's not have a one-way communication. So why I've come here, I belong to the industry of fintech companies where I work with the many projects like, for example, solutions, core banking, payments, financial service. So these kind of projects as well as the BUs which I have interacted. And overall, I have 9+ years of experience and I'm currently working with Capgemini. So let me share some of my experience, which I've gone through the ongoing scenarios with challenges with candidates. So that's why I've come here to share my thoughts. So let's start with Great Learning Program. Okay, so here some of the challenges where I have to bring it here to your notes. See, primary functions, what the candidate involved. So I feel that there are current steps to pit for yourself. So first is networking. So when you say networking, you all think like we have a lot of networks in Insta, Facebook, and LinkedIn, but that's not a real-time networking. So what I'm going to talk about here is talking about attracting talent. So how are you going to attract your HRs and how are you going to attract your hiring managers? So that is what I'm going to talk about here, where what are the challenges, the real-time challenges, what the candidate is going to face when they want to connect with the HR, and what is the solution the candidate is going to bring it to the note, and as well as the benefit. So when I say the benefit, it is like when you connecting with the HR, that's what the benefit, that's the first step of benefit which you are going to the next step. So that's what I'm talking about, the networking. Next is screening. When you say about screening, normally in resumes, how many pages of resumes we have? 2-3 pages. But we know that, right? Current market is looking for 2 pages of CVs. So improve the quality of resumes, because I've seen many candidates used to share their CVs with me and they used to give me 3-4 pages with a lot of responsibilities, roles and responsibilities. But I don't think so that is needed. So brand yourself. So how are you going to brand yourself? I feel that the primary skills you have to mention in your CV, because when we do a search in Boolean search in Naukri or LinkedIn, so when do a search, so what happens, like we do a search with the skills, not with your roles and responsibilities. So keep your CV with your CV has to be very well screened. And next is interviewing and scheduling. So when I say interviewing, you get a 5 minutes call from the HR. So within that 5 minutes call, how are you going to attract your HR or how are you going to attract your hiring manager? So have a script. Don't be with blank. So have a script. With the script, you talk to your HR and brand yourself about your skills. So when you're branding about your skills, automatically the HR will come back to you. I wanted to give an example for this. For example, I got a CV yesterday, a fresher who has 1+ years of experience and have completed a data engineering course. And she has shared her CV, but in her email, I'm not able to find out any subject line. So without a subject line, she has shared her CV. So do you think those CVs will float in the market? I don't think so. We will just drop it in a draft. We will not even look into the CV. We will not see who is the person who has connected with us. So have a proper subject line with the skills and then have a script in your email when you're sharing with the HRs or hiring managers. When you're attracting the market, right? You should have a proper script about your profile. So that's what I'm coming to say here. So next is scheduling. When you say scheduling, many people I have given an opportunity. See, I've hired 2,000 employees in the market. And right now I'm focusing on data engineering skills, data analysis and data science. But when I given them opportunity, the candidate is not able to perform in the interview. And the hiring manager will ask us, why are you giving an opportunity for 2+ years experience candidate? But we want to give them, right? Even they have to establish in the market, right? With their skills. So how do you going to focus? Like it is like the market is more into body shopping. So you have to brand yourself. So how are you going to brand it? Have a script, a very short script where you can establish yourself in the first call. Either it is a virtual or it is a physical. So when you're meeting the hiring manager, the best, how you focus yourself. So that is the presenting where I'm showing here. So make a great impression in the first call and present yourself a uniqueness. Each individual has a uniqueness among themselves. So show your uniqueness among yourself and discuss a different topics. Give an example. Now storytelling is very critical in the market. Have a small script and give us the examples and be the top priority in the market. So that's what the presenting. So these are the challenges where you will be having it in the right time. But let's focus on it and you be the top priority in the market. And checking the reference. When you say checking the reference, because many candidates used to come to me and used to say, I have referred my CVs to many HRs, but I've not got any calls. So how are you going to overcome that? So when you're connecting with the HR, you should always have a frequent connect with them and as well as the hiring manager. And keep a note if you want to connect through a LinkedIn or if you want to connect through a Glassdoor or through the website, have a note. I will a few of my notes I will share it with you in upcoming slides, but connect with them and try to develop your conversation, because last 2 months a candidate is connecting with me and he's checking whether we have an opening for data modeler for 2+ years. He's still connecting with me. I give his CV to my friends, my colleagues. So these kind of healthy connections you have to have with your HRs. Then only you can establish your connections within the market. So that is one focus. And next is compensation part. A fresher who comes and apply, for example, he's applying in data analysis and he's asking me, ma'am, I need 10 lakh salary. Do not do that. Give a range. Ask for a range. When you ask for a range, it is like, ma'am, I'm looking for 7 to 10 lakhs. So go for it. So that is the best way to brand yourself. And the HR will always come back to you, because when you're asking, you have to find out whether the company is into a product-based company or a service-based company. Product-based company, the salary band is different. When it comes to a service-based company, the band is different, right? So look into the company standard, look into the industry standard, and then go for the compensation part and go for an acceptable salary. So do not go for numbers. For example, I need 10 lakhs or 9 lakhs. Do not go with the numbers. Always go with the range. So these are the 6 challenges, the real-time challenges, which I have seen in my current scenarios with the candidates. So I have bring it to you. So I want you to focus on this and improve your skills, and you will be the top 10 talents in the market. So next, we'll move on to the strategic sourcing. So why do I call it as strategic sourcing? Normally this word, this term, what we use it only for the recruiters. Why I'm bringing here? You can also be a strategic sourcer, right? How do you attract the recruiter? So the positive search and the quality job candidates is for open demands, current openings, as well as we will have a proactive demands. So you have to attract both the requirements with the recruiters. So that is what, how do you connect with the recruiters? So that's what I've brought here. First is job boarding. So job boards, you have a lot of websites. And for example, I'm giving you a Naukri. We'll call it as a Boolean search. Have 2 double quotes in the Boolean search and find out data analysis. You'll get a lot of opportunities in Naukri or LinkedIn, but you can apply through those job portals, but see there who is the recruiter has published, who has posted in the website or job portals, and go and connect with the respective recruiter in LinkedIn. So that gives you a valid applying the job, and you can move it to the next level. So next is social media. So when you say social media, data analysis link. So when you apply data analysis in the LinkedIn, you'll get a lot of recruiters when you search as a people, and when you search as a jobs, you'll have a lot of openings in the LinkedIn. First, connect with your hiring managers. When I say hiring managers, I will give an example. Data analysis. See, you are a fresher, 2+ years of experience. So you have to connect a person, right? Do not connect with the same 2+ years of experience candidate employees. Always connect with one level senior data analysis or lead data analysis or architect data analysis. You can connect with them. You can share your CV with them. They will definitely help you in getting a good role into their companies, or they will refer you into their, might be with their colleagues or with their previous company colleagues. So that might really help you. So that's what I'm coming to say. Always apply in the website and plus connect with the recruiters. So that gives a positive approach. So when it comes to a website posting, so when you say website posting, so I do a posting in website. Okay. So when I do a posting, I get hundreds of resumes. So how do I filter the resumes? I filter only based on the primary skill. I have an ATS system where it pulls all the data and give it in the Excel format. So do you think your CVs will float there? Do I get your information in that Excel format? And one more thing, when we are connecting with when we are connecting with the candidates, we will look only the first 2 pages, because my first 2 pages, I can fill my positions. So you feel that your CV will float into that. So how you have to sell yourself, the selling point from your end, you have to focus on it, add the skill. In my future slides, I will show you what are the skills has to be added and what are the scenarios where you do not do's and don'ts. So I will also cover those topics. So recruiting process is a change due to the technology demand. So here, previously the ATS system was not used by all the recruiters, but now current scenarios, all are using the ATS tool. Anybody has a question?
Yeah, hi.
Yeah, hi, Naidu.
Hi, good morning.
Yeah.
Thank you for the session. Actually, there is one doubt on this ATS, this application tracking system.
Yeah.
So how it will work on like industries, like how our resume will be filtered that with this ATS system. So because I recently just Unilever, which is Dubai, is almost 7 years I'm working in here. I'm just planning to just move on in other industries or in other positions. But just like from 2 years, I have built my resume with paid services and all this done. But I'm not sure which is this ATS tracking system is as per ATS track system build my resume or not. So how we know that is my resume is user friendly with ATS system?
Okay. See, first thing is your skills. So when you add your skills, you have to be, see, for example, in my upcoming slide, I will cover those skills, what you have to cover it, but stick to a specific skills. For example, data engineer, you use only data engineering tool. But what happened? The candidate, they use it as a data engineer, but they also add data science skills. So the ATS system will not pick those CVs. So it will be lose it in the track, and it will convert your CV into an Excel format, and it will give it to the recruiter. And the recruiter will see the first 2 pages and start giving the call. Okay, with the primary skills. So your primary skill has to be mentioned in the CV in a proper format. For example, if you're using graphic or any other tools, and you're adding your skills, the ATS will not catch those details. So we will be losing your CV. So don't use any graphic designs or any tabular column or any like what you will say automatic tool systems are there, no, where they're creating the CVs. Do not use that. If you use that, then you will be losing your CV.
Yeah, thanks. That in here, just I have a question about my resume. Like I have two different in the whole time. So my previous experience was like engineering, and now my right now experience was like in supply chain, procurement and purchasing. Okay, in this case, how can I like interact with this?
So currently, which platform you want to perform? You want to go in your procurement, or you want to go with the?
Yes, I want to go with as a procurement purchasing. So, but my resume, when I just prepared my resume, applying on the jobs. The thing is like in my CVs, there is a previous experience which was in engineering. So that also it will be reflect, right? So how that ATS system will calculate, it will be like, as you said now.
If
So as a graphic designer should be graphic designer resume only. So it will be like rejected or it will be like autofill that on that. So that's my
See,
question.
when you want to perform in particular skills, for example, I will give my scenario over here. See, I belong to talent acquisition partnering. Okay. If I want to go into an HRBP, so if I need to brand myself, so I will brand more about HRBP, not my talent acquisition, right? So the similar ways for you also in the CV, which platform you want to sell yourself. So you want to sell yourself in procurement, then give more in depth about the skills and your roles and responsibilities has to be mentioned in the CV. Then only you can focus on that. If you don't have an experience in that particular field, show all your semesters. Might be you have done mini projects during your semesters, or you have done, separate, like for example, a part-time role or something which you have done it in that particular role. I want you to focus the CV and cover it with the procurement role. Do not add both the skills. If you're adding both the skills, your previous skills and your current skills which you want to perform, if you want to add, then it is not possible.
Okay, yeah, clear now. So that's one. That was my question actually. So now I clear. So after this section, so I will conclude, Mr. Mahesh sir. So just more about this resume building and all. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
It's very
thank
clear
you.
to me.
Hi, hi.
Yeah. Who's this? Your name, please?
My name is Kaja Nayak.
Yeah, Kaja.
So actually, good afternoon, ma'am.
Yeah, good afternoon.
So actually, I have done the Power BI course on last year October.
Okay.
Okay, and Power BI and SQL course also completed. But actually, currently I'm working as back office executive, one of the sales company.
Mm-hmm.
So already I tried on 10 to 12 interests, more than 10 interests from last October to till now.
Mm-hmm.
So but I didn't succeed it. But I have currently I'm searching and currently it's the same resume, but it is the I actually put it in the resume. I have experience in Power BI more than 3 years. That so based on that my Power BI course. So
Okay.
right way to proceed the same way. Can you suggest, ma'am?
Yeah, see, whatever you have done it right now, might be it'll be the better way to sell yourself, Kaja. But I will show you some of the CVs, what exactly the candidate is doing a mistake when we are preparing a CV, right? So I'll show you a sample of I have some samples where I'll share it with you during this program. So you can be with me. And also like for you, see, you said you have attended 7 to 10 interviews, right?
Yeah.
So that is it's a next level way you have gone through it, right? You have sold your CV and you have got an opportunity and you have moved to the next level and you have connected with the HR and the hiring managers. But one thing I want to say, when you're failing in the second interview itself, you have to find out what is the minuses there in the first 2 interviews.
Okay.
Right? So you have to see when you are attending the interviews and when you're coming back, you will tend to understand what is the plus and minus are there. So immediately come back and note it down and keep it. These are the questions those the hiring managers have asked me, and these are the questions where I have to prepare myself for the next interviews, right?
Okay.
Because the moment if you don't do it immediately, you will tend to forget it.
Okay.
Because a lot of things will be happening in yourself. So when you forget it, then for the third interview, again, it's going to be a failure, right? So let's not do that. So when you're going for the first two interviews, you're learning curve. So first you learn yourself what the market is looking from your end. See, I'm also like, for example, I'm giving my example. I have attended the interview previously 3 years before, not now. So even I'm also updated from the market, right? So I should know what the market is looking at. So might be my first interview will be a learning session for me. And I have to think about what the current hiring manager need from me. So note down all the points and then prepare yourself. What is there in the minus and what is plus? For example, if it is like talent acquisition, so when it comes to a talent acquisition, they'll ask me the forecast. So what are the forecasts which I have to show it in the upcoming demand? So these are the things I have to cover from my end. I'm giving as an example. So for you also, you have to check what are the demands. I mean, what are the roles and responsibilities where you have your own selling point, USP. So sell accordingly and prepare it. And then you go for the third interview. Because no opportunities, you have created the opportunities, right? The opportunity has come to you. But in that opportunity, you have to pick yourself and you have to get the offer. So check what is the minus is there in that. Because when you say that 5 to 10 interviews you have done, I'm happy to help you. I mean, it is like good. Okay, you have got so many interviews. So that itself is a positive energy, I will say. But how are you going to through that interviews and how are you going to take the offer? That you work on it.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. So can I move on to the next slide? Okay. So this is the resume creator. So this is the online resume creator, which I've seen. I'm just showing here. Why I have brought this? So students or participants, please do not use this online creator. Why I'm saying? See here, if you see the first name, the surname, the professions and city, country, everything is automated. So you're going to just feed your information. So the moment you feed your information, automatically your resume is going to prepare, right? But keep this resume as a sample. Do not use it for when you want to share it with the recruiters. Keep this resume as a sample and you prepare manually because you know what you have done in the project and you know what you have done in your curriculum. So add those skills. This is just a format. So I know all freshers because when I've got a fresher resume, automatically I get all these CVs from the market. And I used to, when I'm trying in the ATS tool, I'm not able to see these resumes because this is all backend. The skills are happening and it will not allow the resume to float in the Excel sheet. So do not use this. Prepare your own CV. Go ahead. Have this as a sample CV and you prepare your own CV. It's the best way to sell yourself. Okay, some of the tips where I wanted to highlight here. I've seen some of the hands are raised. Any questions?
Anika, we'll take the questions in the ending. Okay.
Sure, Ajika. So CV should be, so what I say is like, I've already told you, like we have to have only 2-page CVs. So CV should be, it should not be no longer than 2-page. Use bullet points, short sentence to make it easier for the recruiters to understand and pick the skills. Use a simple format and avoid using too many colors and graphics. Make sure your CV is well organized and highlights with examples. You'll have lots of examples when you did your semesters. Many projects will be there. Highlights with examples and add your skills and achievements in your CVs and brand your CV. It is like your selling point. You're branding yourself among the recruiters. So this will help you to stand among the crowd. And the keys with many employees use application tracking system, which I've already spoken about, ATS. It seems the CV screening is happening. So I've already told you, add more skills and and also like I want you to add more job description, which the recruiter is publishing in the posting. That's a simple way of task. See, right now, a person told me like he wanted to establish himself in the procurement. So when he's applying a job, just check the job description, what exactly we need. Add those points in your resume, have as a sample CV and send it to the recruiter. Automatically, your CV will get shortlisted. The recruiter will call you back. So those skills, add it in your CV. And when you're replying to the recruiter also in the mail, the body of the mail, add those pinpoints. So that will help you to flourish in the market. And I would like to add a point for the freshers. Every fresher's CV, I can see that there are tables. Why you want to add tables? If you want to add tables, have it in the second page, not in the first page. Because the first page, I always call it as a mirror. So when you see yourself in the mirror, it is like talking about your face, right? So it has to be more attractive, correct? So always do not add any tabular column or graphics in the first page because the ATS tool will not pick your CV. If you want to add any skills or any tabular column, add it in the second page. That will help you. And as well as make your CV with free spelling mistakes. But you should not have any spelling mistakes and grammatical error. I've seen candidates candidates. I'll show you a sample. It's a live sample CVs which has a grammatical mistake. So please do not do. When you prepare your CV, we tend to understand our CV is the best CV, but always give your CV to your friends or your family members for the review. Now also, what I do when I prepare my CV, I give it to my sister, I give it to my siblings. I ask them to review my CV, any mistakes where you can point out, and then you get your proper feedback about your CV. So that's the best way to connect and to rectify your CV and create a CV that showcase your skills, your experience, and within the crowd. Because I get hundreds of CVs, but how can I pick your CV? So how are you going to be more attractive? So think about it. Think new ideas to establish yourself. So bring it that in your CV. So right now, I'm going to show you how to connect. See, this is a sample one, the recent time which I have got through. Last week, I got these two candidates. Okay. So Ravi Kumaran, he's trying to reach me in LinkedIn. Anyone can say how he is trying to reach me. The best point where he's selling only the skills. You can see there, he's not mentioned the experience. He's not mentioned the location. He's just selling only the skills. Hope you're doing great. I'm working with quality analysis and looking for the job change. Could you please let me know if anything, any openings are there with skills, with test data management, ETL testing, data masking, and manual testing. So he's mentioning only the skills. This is the best way to brand yourself when you start your career, or if you have a gap in the career and you want to restart your career. And when you come to Veera, this is a second example. Hi, I'm looking for a job. The questions will be answered in the last, and he's selling himself into DevOps as well as clouds in AWS. So when you see here in the subject line itself, he's representing himself as a DevOps. That's the best way selling point. So the moment, and he knows that I'm hiring currently DevOps. How come he knows that I'm currently hiring DevOps? Because he has seen to the website, he's seen the posting, what I have done the posting in the LinkedIn, and he's branding himself. This is the right way of branding, but he has written experience 6+ years. So this will help for the experienced candidate with preferred location with Hyderabad. But if you have only 1+ years or 2+ years, don't give your experience or do not mention your location. Look for pan India, get your first offer, and then you look for your specific location. That will help you to get more multiple offers. So now also, like if you're calling, I will say like, I'm looking for pan India until I get my first offer. Then the second offer and third offers, then I look for the specific location. So be to that. You'll definitely get a very good offer in the market. So this is how, it's a real-time sample which I'm showing here. So this is how you have to connect with the recruiters or hiring managers. So here is the data engineering and data science. So data engineering, what I'm saying is these are the skills. When we do a search in portals, like for example, in Naukri, I'm doing a search in portals. So what I will do, my first search, I will search for Azure Databricks or Azure Data Factory, or I will search for PySpark. So add all these skills and see to that you have all these skills in your resume. For data engineering, I'm talking about. Do not miss any of the skills because when a recruiter is doing a search, automatically it'll pull your CV. So keep all these skills in your resume. And when it comes to data science, the machine learning is very important. So keep the machine learning. Kubernetes is another second skill, which is very important. So keep that. And as well as the data manipulation and analysis. Why I'm calling as a data manipulation and analysis? This is a term the hiring manager use, but what we use it as pandas, nums. So these are the skills where you have to add it in your resume. So this will float in the market, and also it will pull when I'm doing 100 search in the Naukri. Automatically, your CV will be the first. So add all the skills in your data engineering as well as the data science. So here is the data analysis. So when I'm going to talk about data analysis, I will add few more points of data modeling also, because that is another emerging skills in the market. So most of my clients, everybody is asking me, I need data engineering expert, I need data analysis, I need data modeling. Everywhere, all my banking clients, the financial service clients are asking me, from where I will give resource? From you people only I can attract them, right? So showcase yourself, the skills, the data management is very important, and data quality. I will give an example for it. I got a CV, 3+ years CV, and I gave it to my hiring manager. The hiring manager told me that this guy doesn't have data extraction. Data extraction word is very important for data analysis. And he told me, no, I'm rejecting the CV. So what I did, I spoke to the candidate. I myself added data extraction and data mining. And I have re-proposed to the same hiring manager. He has accepted and he is taking the interview. So these are the specific skills. You add it in your resume. When you add it in your resume, only automatically your resume will go to the next stage. So this is one of the important points where I have observed in my real-time scenarios, as well as when it comes to data modeling. When I say data modeling, what is the important skills? It is the data governance. If data governance is not there in your CV, automatically straight reject. So that's what the hiring manager does, even though if you're selling your CV to the hiring manager. So we ourselves add those skills and we'll send it to the hiring managers. So please do that. Add data modeling, data mining, data migrations, and data governance. These are very important skills in your CVs. Some of the do's and don'ts. So these are the real-time CVs where I'm going to show you. Okay. So when you see Satish CV, it's a sample CV where I'm going to share you. Data engineer and data science. Do not use both platform in one CV. So when you want to establish in data engineer, go along with data engineer. If you want to make yourself your branding in data science, go with data science. Do not mingle both the skills, because this will not impact in your career. The recruiters will not push it to the next level. So do not do that. You focus on one skill. And next important error where this candidate has done, he has written 3+ years, but when you come down, he started his career in Feb 2018. So I feel that he is into 5+ years experience, but he has written only 3+ years experience. So share, like, you have to use it. Overall experience is 5+ years experience, and into data engineer, I hold 3+ years of experience. So be specific in your resume, because when we see this resume, we feel that it is not real-time experience he has. It's a fake candidate. That's what we feel it from the recruiter's point. So please do not do that. And next, he has added his skills, right? But when you come down, he's adding his deep learning. Deep learning is a soft skills. It is not a technical skills. So please do not mingle both technical skills as well as soft skills. Soft skills is different and technical skills is different. Also, if you see here, one more error he has. Technical skills. Again, he's added. Why he has added technical skills? Because he wants to fill his resume. That's a very bad quality. To fill your resume, don't replica the words again, because it will not float in the market. Automatically, it will be a screen reject. So do not add too many things in your resume. Be specific. If you're already added here, see, already your skills are here. It is added. So why you want to add again? So don't do that. See, he's added his soft skills. He's added his other interests, his hobbies. Make use of it and fill your page. And you can always use your mini project, your semester project. And if you have done any hackathon or any other curriculum activities, so add those things here and sell your resume accordingly. But do not add again, overlapping should not be there in your CV. So I'm going to show you the second example. See, these are all recent CV which has come to me and I have rejected from my end. So I'm just wanted to show you what are the, this all has to be overcome in your CV and be specific. See here again, Supriya, she has only 2+ years of experience. She's added her experience here, as well as she has added her experience in the professional summary. Why 2 places again and again? Let's sell only 1 places. Keep it only in the professional summary, not in the top of the resume, in the headers. When I scroll down, see, lot of points she has added. Keep it in only 1 page. She has made it in 3 pages. 3 to 4 pages she has done. Why you want to have your CV in 4 pages? Keep it only in 2 pages. She's only 2+ years of experience. And look at her summary. Keep only 7 to 10 points as a summary. Not more than that. Education. If your percentage is good, you showcase your percentage. Otherwise, you show only the year of passing out. Experience. She has showed 3 companies. This is perfect. These are the criteria where you can add it. And technical skills. She has added in the second page. She has not used it in the first page. So the ATS tool will automatically support the CV. But when you come down, project description. Why you want to have so much a bigger para for the project description? Cut down the project description. And also the roles and responsibilities. See, again, she's added the same roles and responsibility in the second project also. So avoid these kind of error in your CV. So let me move on to the third sample. Here you can see Vivek. So what happens to Vivek's CV? He is a senior data engineer. So when I want to click on to the LinkedIn page, I'm not able to click. See here, I'm not able to use the hyperlink. So when you want to showcase your LinkedIn profile, so keep the hyperlink over here, so that when we click onto the hyperlink, automatically it goes to the LinkedIn page. And also the email ID. I'm not able to use this email ID. See here, I'm not able to use it. But again, when you click onto it, it has to have a hyperlink. So keep the hyperlink in the resume. Skills is good. But again, he has used the resume template. This will not float in the market. So you should have your manual resume. And he has added his achievements. So when it comes to an achievement, you can see star of the month he has written. What star of a month? Be elaborative in paperwork you have got, or in semesters you have got, or during your curriculum activities you have got. So where did you get that star of month? So be specific, be elaborate. It is like storytelling about your CV to them. So add more achievements. And if you have done any certificates, you can add the certificates. And one more important point I want to show here. When I saw the CV, I was a little surprised. So the CV has to be more on positive vibes. That's what we have learned from our experience. So look at him, how he has used. Strong in low-level design. When you say strong in low-level design, the same technical words you will use it during your interview. Do not use that words. Use a sentence which is more into positive and ability to perform under pressure. These kind of words you should not mention in your CV, as well as when you're introducing yourself to the hiring managers. Please do not use it. Avoid those things because this gives a negative impact. So this is the one I just want to show about Vivek's CV. So these are the do's and don'ts where you have to focus in your CV writing. So some of the agenda where I want to show you, the first thing which I want to cover on the agenda is short and crispy CVs. That's what you have to prepare among yourself. Next is extremely professional. Your CV has to look more professional. And things do not mention in your CV, which is the negative points, which I showed you as an example. Be specific on the topics. See, if you want to talk about data engineering, give more specific about data engineering roles, skills, your roles and responsibilities, and your work specialization. So give more tips on that. Give more examples. So that will help your CV to float. And keep ATS friendly resume. That is more important. This will help you to shortlist your profile. And for freshers, add, showcase yourself, the talent, which is you have got an award, show that award, and certificates and voluntary works. Have you done any voluntary work or paper presentations? Show that in your CV. And as well as an extracurricular activities, add those activities. Attendance, like attending a conference. For example, your college has made you to go for attending a conference with other colleges. Add those sentences, add those inputs. Let me find out, okay, this candidate is more outstanding person. And also like mini project, add mini project in your semesters. For each semesters you have your projects, right? You have your colleague fest, right? So add those details. And part-time, if you have worked as a part-time work during your college, so add those inputs. And hackathon, or you have done a coding contest, this is the examples which I'm giving you, because whenever you prepare your CV, you tend to think what to add. I have can I add this, can I add that? So these kind of questions will come into yourself. So that is why I'm giving you with an example. And write your own blog. If you're a good blog writer, write your own blogs and add those blogs in your CVs. This will definitely help you. Okay, so these are the more important points where you have to show yourself, right? And also one more sec. I just want to give you one more example. Okay, so here, when you connect with the recruiters, always have a script, okay? And also when you do a search in LinkedIn, for example, you're able to find out data analysis in the market. So go and search data analysis and find out who are the recruiters are hiring in respective data analysis with the respective companies, and go and give a connect with them, because a strong recruiter candidate relationship is everything. That's what I feel, because I am connecting with you and you are connecting with us. So find out a solution with your script. So your script has to be ready. From tomorrow, you're going to start you're going to search a job. Today, your script has to be ready. How are you going to connect? So do a lot of research also in the market. Don't depend on one particular portal. For example, you're trying to connect in Naukri and finding out more jobs. And Naukri, you're not able to take more jobs, right? So you tempt, okay, I'm not able to connect with the recruiters and I'm not getting any calls. Do not depend only on Naukri. You can use LinkedIn, you can use Monster, you can use Google. When you do Google search, I will show you one of the examples for Google search. I'm just sharing one of the Google search. I just want to know whether I've done a Google search over here. So many jobs are available in the market for data analysis. So this, I have done it in Google only. I'm not gone into Naukri. This gives an entire, in all the locations and all the job portals where it is publishing, it will give you. So these kind of search, you have to do it. Connect with the recruiter. Automatically, for example, your known person who is working in a HR field, or if you know a previous recruiter who is already connected with you, go and try, ask them, what are the search I can try in the market and find out a job in data analysis. So these kind of search, you have to do it. And automatically you get, see here, how many jobs are there in the market. I have 20 pages over here in data analysis. But when you are doing a search, you will not be able to find out. Might be if I do a yearly search, this is the search between 3 to 8 years. If I get a search for 1 to 3 years also, automatically I will get 5 to 6 pages. And if you want to start your career, don't look for only the brand. Let's focus on your roles and responsibilities, whether you're getting a real-time experience in data analysis job. That is more important. So let's focus on that. So I think I've come for the end of the program. Rajshekar, you want to add any of the points over here?
No, good, Anita. We are good, I guess. Few questions were there in the chat. If you can take up, otherwise I can read out. You can answer them. So Shashikala says that she's having 10 years of experience in teaching and with a career gap of 4 years. Now she has done with the business analytics course. So how can she put forward all these things into her resume?
Okay. So Sasikala is here. I want to have a live chat with her.
Shashikala, can you just raise your hand so that I can give you permission to speak?
Yeah.
I think she's away.
Okay.
Next.
So I want to give a solution only for people who are there in the system and the participants. So we'll go for the next question.
Yes, sure. Mahendra says, I'm carrying overall 13 years of experience in NIT and including 4 years data analytics experience. Analyst, okay. How they're considering these type of CVs? Will it be considered as a priority one or not? Asked by Mahendra Reddy.
Mahendra. So Mahendra, you're on the call.
Guys, please raise your hands so that we can give you permission to unmute yourself and speak.
So Mahendra, I believe that you are in the market for 30. I mean, Mahendra is there, right, in the call or?
He's here.
See, for example, you are for 10 to 13 years in a different field and you want to move into a different career. So what you do is like, do not show that you are in a different domain and you're going to move it to your technical skills with IT domain, right? So in the CV, you should get your first motive is like you should get a call from the recruiter. So how do you sell yourself? So if you have a career gap or if you're going to do a career switch, please do not mention in your CV, okay? But this has to be elaborate during your discussion with the HR or with the hiring managers, not in the CV. So let's focus only on your skills. I've given you a sample CVs right now. These people are having a gap for 4 to 5 years. They have a gap, but they're starting the career. So when they're starting the career, their first focus is on skills and the roles and responsibilities. That focus only that. If you're done a course, so in the course, you will have a mini projects, right? So in the mini project, you can add your projects itself as one of the job responsibilities or the roles. And to increase, that will really help you to float in the market. So do that and get the call from the HR. When you're talking to the HR, then you explain about yourself. First, you sell your skills. Then you sell your roles and responsibility. And then you talk about your career gap or if a career switch is there and talk about that. That has to be the last. Don't keep it as that primary.
Okay, thank you. Mahendra, hope your question is answered. I think Rashmi Patil, you can unmute and speak, okay?
Yeah. Hi, ma'am.
Yeah, hi.
Yeah, I actually come from a very different domain. So recently, I have a career gap of around 3.5 years. So I've been doing a couple of courses that will kind of help me to have an idea of what actually I want to get into data analytics. So I have been doing courses like SQL and Tableau, and I plan to go for Power BI also. So how do I even when I start applying, they want a person who has an experience into the same field. Like let's say at least 2+ experiences also considered as a fresher. Now I come from a very different background. I do not have any experience in data analysis and all. So and I also have to add to it. I also have a career gap. So how do I go about it?
Okay. So career gap in the sense like how long is the career gap?
Ma'am, it's almost 3.5 years.
Okay. So 3.5 years is, I will not say it's a very big career gap. So what do you do is like you have done the course, you have completed the course?
Ma'am, yes, ma'am. SQL and Tableau is almost done. And SQL also I'm about to complete. I've mentioned Tableau on my CV. SQL is not yet, I'm doing it on Udemy.
Okay. So mention both the skills because now when it is a Tableau, when I am also doing a search for Tableau, we attempt to do even SQL search because these both the combination only is needed in the market. So add those skills also in your resume and do not show your gap. For example, like 3.5 years, if you have a gap, do not show that. Start with the projects which you have done. So during your course, you have done a project, right?
No, ma'am, it is not a project. It's just a course on on Udemy. You have a couple of pre-recorded videos, and you have to learn from that on your own.
Okay, but you will have a link. The link will be shared with you, and you have to work on the link.
It's not like a project. It's a mini exercises after each lesson you do. It's not like a project or something assigned to you. Once you complete the course, you'll get just a certificate, like certificate of completion that you have done this course.
So once you've completed the course, so how you establish, for example, I have done a course in Excel. Okay. So when I'm doing a course in Excel, it will be like I have to do it as a practical, right? Then only you will be able to sell yourself. So I take few of the samples from the market. I download Excel sheets and I will try all the trial and error methods where the substantial to the Excel sheets, right? So for example, now we have got HR analytics. So we are more into analytics kind of a background. So we have to do a lot of research and analytics with the same Excel sheet, right? So what I do, I download the sheet, I do a lot of research into the same sheet, and I will create as a link, hyperlink, and I will mention that hyperlink in my resume. similar wise, when you do a course in data analysis, right? They have taught you the how to work on the tableaus and SQL, correct?
Yeah.
So the same Tableau, I want you to, because what happens, candidate thinks once their certificate course is completed, they're well versed, but it is not, because that you will remember in your mind only for 1 week. After that, you have to do it in a practical courses. So a lot of tools are there and available in the system. Download the tools and you do your Tableau exercise in that particular tool and create a link. So when you create a link, automatically you can use that hyperlink in your resume, right? So when you are responding to the HR, for example, you're writing an email to me, okay? So in the subject line, I mean, in the body of the mail, you can paste all these links. Ma'am, I have done so many, these all my self-initiate, where I have done Tableau skills. I have done it in SQL, and you can see some of my findings. These are your initiate, which you are going to take it. So do that, and then brand yourself with a recruiter. And if you get one interview call also, find out what is your plus and minus and work out on that. And do not go for branding. See, when you want to start a new career, don't go with a brand. Some candidates, what they used to say, I want to go only with Amazon, Google, Microsoft. So don't go only with that. See, I have trained one of my candidate, has 6 years experience, and she wants to start her career in testing. So I told her, go and do a course in Selenium automation testing and SQL. She has done the course. After doing the course, the similar wise I've told you right now, right? She has formed her resume and she has given to multiple companies, but she has got an opportunity in a mid-sized company. So even though if it is a mid-sized company, please go with it, because when you go and work there, it is real-time experience what you're going to get it. Just be there only for 1 year or 1.5 years. Get their skills and then go and try for the bigger company. Okay. Because this is a real-time experience. I've already trained few candidates and I'm giving you as an example to you. Because when we complete the course, we tempt that, okay, we have done the course, we'll get an opportunity in the market. No, it is not like that. So be specific. When you want to do something, be specific and connect with some of the HRs also. They might help you.
Yes, ma'am. Sure.
Yeah.
Thank you, Rashmi.
Thank you. That really helped.
Yeah.
Rahul, can you unmute yourself and ask your doubt? So guys, we are having very less time, so finish it faster, as Anita is having very limited time. Rahul.
Hi, Anita. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, Rahul. Yes, go ahead.
Actually, I have a total experience of around 16 years, and currently I'm working as a asset business analyst in one of the firm. And in this particular role, I'm having the 3 years of experience. So my question is that when I send my resume to a recruiter, so how they see that resume? I mean, like they will consider me as a 16 years of experience candidate or the 3 years of candidate who has the IT experience. I mean, how would they treat the resume?
See, the first thing, if you're mentioning 16 years experience, the recruiter will treat as a 16 years experience only. And the relevant experience, when you say it is only 3 years, automatically the moving to the next stage will be a lesser percentage. That's what I will say. So instead of if you want to show your 16 years, then you have to mention it. If you wanted to show only your current relevant experience, so it is better way, like you can add more relevant experience. For example, instead of 3 years, you can add it like 6 years, right? So don't mention exactly the 6 years. So mention more about the responsibilities, like so and so projects have worked for these many years and so many projects have worked for this. So this is all the tricks where you do it in the resume. So that recruiter will start reading your resume and she will give it to the hiring managers. Again, like at least it goes to the next stage, right? So that is what you have to make your resume ready. If you show only that 16 years and selling the CV, it will not flow, because they will see only your relevant experience and they will reject it. Either might be the recruiter's intention to push it to the hiring managers, but again, the hiring managers who's going to take an interview, he also will be a 16 years person. So he will think that, no, I want a junior person to me, but why should I hire a 16 years experienced resource? So modify your CV. Take a sample CVs. There are a lot of sample CVs available in the market. So take the sample CVs and work your CV only with the skills. Do not mention if your years of experience is high. Do not mention your years. Show only your relevant experience, and at least let it go for the L1 round interview, right? In the L1 round interview, you brand yourself. At least you will get that opportunity. So that is what I feel. And when it comes to a service-based company, see, when it is a product-based company, most of the hiring managers will be in the long-term program with the product-based company. They will be like 5 years, 10 years with the same companies. So they will not take a higher level of years of experience because they have their intention. If I bring 10 years of experience, when I bring 16 years of experience, he might replace my position. That is the intention is there in the product-based company. So don't do that. So go if you want to apply with the same CV, you try with the service-based company, because service-based company, what happens? We are selling, again, we are also doing a modification before we sell it to our clients. I have a client with SCB, with NAB, with AB and Ambro. So when I sell with my clients, so I also do a modify with your CV and then only I set it up. So how do you build a rapport with the HR? So that is also more important. So I'll say, if I say that your CV, definitely you need to change your method of publishing yourself. I mean, like point of selling, I will say.
Okay, got it. Thank you, Anita. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Rahul.
Yeah.
So Sonali, you can raise your hand. Sorry, you can unmute yourself and speak.
Yeah, hi Anita.
Yeah, hi Sonali.
Yeah, actually I have 8 years of banking experience, and then I have done data science course from Upgrade, which is jointly they are giving certificate from Triple IT Bangalore, and then have done a short course from Power BI also for Power BI tool. But you know what, I have to update that actually I'm not getting a single call for data analyst or anything.
Okay, so you make your CV. This is a combination of business analyst come data analysis. That is your CV.
Okay.
So what you have to do, you have to add the key skills and responsibility what data analysts also have in your CV, plus business analyst also it has to be there, because
Okay.
these two combinations are people we are hiring. If we don't
Okay.
hire, then I will tell you at this point of view, because last time I showed a sample CV which data engineering and data science he was adding it. So these type of combination you should never add it. But for you, business analyst and data analyst, you can always add. It will float in the market and you will get a call. Thing is, skills be specified and the roles be specified. You have done only the course. Course, you convert it into the project. Don't show it as a
Okay.
course. Convert it to a project, show it as a mini project, and show it these many projects I've done with these many skills. The project
Okay.
itself, you add with the skills.
Okay, and just sorry to interfere. One more problem I have, actually 8 year of whatever the experience I have, that is totally banking sector, means that not related to software sector of banking or financial sector. So totally means banking operation. And then I have just now I have finished my data analysis course. So should I show that 2 years of experience as a data analyst in bank and some project related to Power BI tool like that?
Yes, you can show. You can instead of showing like 2+ years, around 3 years like that, you use a term.
But whereas I'm showing here certificate like from Triple IT Upgrade, if means here I'm not showing that just now I have completed, but in the further process it may create a problem.
No, see, your intention is as like you should get a call or you should get a shortlist, right? So in that case, you can add all this content in your CVs and let it get shortlist. So let you get a first call and you brand yourself with the recruiter. And but when the interviews, when you do, during your interview, you can give an you can elaborate yourself. Like initially you are a business analyst and now you're moving into a data analyst. And data analyst, I have 2+ years of experience and my focus skills. So immediately that when you're elaborating yourself, immediately you have to move it to the skills. So automatically they will shortlist your profile, because I've seen your profile, many profiles in the market, and I myself have branded to my clients.
Okay.
The thing is like, how do you brand yourself, right? So that is more important, I feel.
Okay. Thank you for your guidance.
Thank you, Sonali. Anita, do you have time, because people are waiting, or shall we wind up?
I think we are done, right? I think 8 more minutes we have already extended, Rajshekar. So any other questions? Might be you can take it and you
one
can
last
share
question, guys. So I'll be allowing. So Ramya Sirigiri, you can unmute yourself and speak.
First of all, I would like to thank you for you and KSR team for bringing this wonderful section. Today I learned so many things from you. So my question is, I graduated from electrical domain in the year of 2014. Since today, I am completed 9 years, but I am working in my core domain last 5 years only. So now I want to switch from non-IT to IT domain. So is it good to switch as experiences in IT domain or as a fresher? And one.
No, I'm not able to understand. You have overall 10 years of experience.
Sorry, I didn't get.
Overall, what is your experience?
So 4 years, 5 years of experience as genuine.
Okay, so 5 years of experience in what field?
In a electrical project coordinator.
Electrical project coordinator.
As
Okay.
As a data analyst, like.
As a data analyst. Okay. So from here, if you want to move to an IT domain, right? So I don't feel, see, this already you have worked in the skill on data analysis, right? Only the
Domain is different.
industry is different.
Yes,
Only
yes,
the
yes.
industry is different.
Yes.
So how this also, I will say, it is purely how you sell yourself only, because I started my career in my EPC industry, but now predominantly I'm working with IT industry. So in your CV, you make sure that the projects and skill has to be specified, and when you're talking to them, you specifically talk only about your skills. Do not talk about your industries. So because when you're having a personal connect with the hiring managers, right, during the interview, so when you do not brand your company over there, do not brand your projects there. Instead of that, you have to brand only your skills. Then you'll be shortlisted, because I don't think so this is a problem. You can always go into IT domain.
Yeah, one more thing is that in that industry we will get the less salaries, even though we have the higher experience. Is coming to the software industry, is less experience also getting the high salaries?
Initially, when you're starting a career, might be the compensation part will be a challenging. But once you've gone into, and once at least like 1+ years you're in the company, then definitely your compensation part will increase. So if you want to start your career as per your roles and responsibility, please focus on that. If you want to focus on the compensation part, then it will not be that platform.
Once again, thank you for you and KSR team also.
Yes, thank you. I would like to call Brinda Judy for Thanksgiving note. Thanks, Anita. Thank you so much for your valuable time. Hope we'll be having more further informative sessions in the upcoming weeks and in upcoming months also for our candidates.
Sure.
Over to you, Brinda. Thank you.
Hi Anita, I'm Judy. I'm working with KSR and thank you so much. And really, it is a very valid session and it is so effective. Even I don't want to miss even a single minute. And you just nailed the session. Thank you so much. I think all the people who have joined us, like they would have enjoyed the session. Thank you so much. And I want you to come and visit this KSR for more session like this. Thank you so much once again.
Yeah, thank you, Brinda, and thank you, Rajshekar, and also thank you to Mahesh sir, because he has given me this opportunity. So all your participants, whatever the tips I've given you, it is all real-time tips. So do not take it as a very lethargic communication. This is a very important communication which I've given you, and I've taken all live examples. So be conscious on what you're going to prepare your CV and how you're going to present yourself. That is more important. And all the best to one and all present here. And thank you for the team, KSR team, and thank you for Rajshekar too. Yeah.
Anita, one last question. Thank you so much. So people were asking we have shown the resume what it should not look like, but they were asking sample resumes how it should exactly a resume look like. So can we share them any sample formats if you can give me? So we'll put in our internal groups.
Sure, I'll do that, because what the sample which I showed is both are there, do's and don'ts both are there. So, but what has to be there, those sample CVs I can share it with you.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you everybody for your valuable time. Thank you, Anita, once again. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.